Well, even with all that, all these years, they still put a mic in front of me and no speech. Can you believe that? Ladies and gentlemen, as Patrick said, we had a blast this season. And quite honestly, when I look around the room, there's so many people here that have volunteered their time that make this possible, make our Olympic dreams come true. And not just our Olympic dreams on the Sochi level, but right from the grassroots. When I see people in this room, I look around, I see Debbie McMurdo, who I can't take the ice in Canada without squeezing her hand and making sure that she doesn't move Tessa's guards. You know, I see Rossi Phelps, who gets some shout-outs in the paper because I get confused with him and Michael Phelps, but he also plays music for us at the Vancouver Olympics that he wasn't supposed to do. He played tunes that we like, so we felt comfortable. And it's just little stories like that that I just want to take a little second and just say thank you to all of you, coaches, delegates, volunteers at events. None of our dreams are possible in a non-for-profit organization, without your help.
Mr. Chan, what people may not know is that you were actually the first Canadian athlete to go through outfitting. So maybe you can explain a little bit about what outfitting is and why you got your photo taken here.
Well, I'm famous on the team for being always late. As you saw when I didn't even make it to the podium on time. So for the first time ever, I was the first Canadian athlete at the games and got the first bag of clothes. So that was super exciting. It's always the highlight of, for sure, the beginning of the Olympics is getting your clothes, because you don't need anything else. You just wear whatever you got, and all you need is underwear and socks. So maybe they'll give us underwear at the next Olympics, but but it was great. So yeah, so we did a candid moment. I was on my way out, and Barb's like, wait, you gotta take a picture with your name because officially you're the first athlete to get their clothes.
Maybe I'll get Kirsten to explain. This is in the cafeteria, and maybe you could just sort of explain a little bit of this picture, Kirsten.
Well, I was sitting with Barb at the lunch table, and I don't believe there were too many more people there than you and I. And Barb saw Zdeno Chara, did I get that right? Chara. And I, quite honestly, didn't know who he was. Barb said, no, I saw him in Ottawa once. This is really cool. He plays for the Bruins. You know, he's really famous. You should get your picture with him. And for me, I was just like, he's really tall. That'd probably be really funny. I should do that. So I stood up, and Barb took our picture, and I thought, some of my friends at home will think this is cool because he's famous, he plays hockey. So I posted online, and I think it went viral, and they played it at a Bruins game, and it was on some websites, and it was on SportsCenter, so I was getting a lot of people messaging me saying that they had seen this picture.
It was really exciting for Eric and I to finally have this opportunity to skate at the Olympics after so many years pounding on the door, waiting to get there, and to do it in this team competition felt extra special, and there was no greater feeling for us than when we finished our program and we got off the ice, not only to a very excited coach, but to a very excited team. And that was really special to Eric and I. There's a picture right there. It was interesting going on the ice, getting ready for the competition, because during our 6-minute warm-up, we were on the ice with the Russian pair team, and it was pretty much like being on the ice of what I can imagine in the middle of a hockey game feels like. The crowd was crazy. They were chanting. You couldn't hear anything. You couldn't hear the announcers announcing our names. It was really extremely distracting, but luckily we skated second, so we had time to get off the ice, pull ourselves together, and Eric will let you know how we did it, because I'm not sure how.
Yeah, looking back, I remember in that moment hearing the crowd cheer so loud that I couldn't even hear myself think. And I was just kind of numb and in the moment and not really thinking about anything. And as Megan said, we got backstage, we got ourselves together, we went out there, and on a little bit of a side note, I was asked so many times how it felt to skate to my own music at the Olympics. And, you know, to be honest, I didn't have a lot of time to really think about it. You know, I was there to do a job, but I did have a moment in the middle of our footwork, and when we skated over top of the Olympic rings, I had a wow moment, just a split second where I took it all in. I let myself, you know, really absorb it and feel that moment, and then, you know, got back into it to finish that last death spiral, which was really important. But And as Megan said, one of the most incredible moments was really just when we bowed to all four sides, and when we bowed and I pointed over to the Canadian team, and you could just see them like cheering so loud, like their faces were kind of red, and they're all hugging each other and high-fiving, and it was just like that. It was just unforgettable, and it was such a unique experience to have all of them there experiencing and going through it with us, which we don't normally have.